there's a thing that we all think about when we're using the cannabis plant, right? So in the moment, most of the time, when you get to the certain level of high where there's the point of no return in which I speak about, where you start to lose functionality in society, where coherent thoughts are hard to continue, right? Where speaking normally is just not there because the sense of normalcy is really abstract, right? The sense of normalcy becomes the self, and the sense of normalcy is more true. But since the normal thing to do is not to be oneself, the normal thing to do is to kind of put on the stage act and be kind of like everyone else, when in reality, being everyone else, very strange. So this memory thing, this fleeting memory problem, this problem, I think I've found some light. I've found some solution or thoughts or theories as to what this missing memory is and why it's there, and why we can think something and just be amusedly introduced to a new thought and completely forget the previous thought. And I want to quote forget, because there's some strange things that happen when you go into it. So last night, the reason I'm inspired to talk about this today is because last night, when I was going to sleep, I was high, and when I was laying there, I, for the first time, purposefully forgot something. And I could do it over and over and over and over again. And what would happen is all I had to do was think a thought, right? And to forget it, all I had to do was introduce new ideas, new information, new bits of anything. All I was doing was saying words over and over and over and over and over again until I would forget what was initially thought. And I was thinking, why is it that I can do this? Why can I make myself forget something? Because it doesn't make sense why. How, right? When you're outside of being high, when you're in the normal state, I can't get myself to forget things. At least not things that just happened or not things that I just thought. Most of the time I could track it back and see it, right? So I was thinking, you know, when you think of a memory, when you go back into experiences that you've done, that you've experienced, do you remember each and every blade of grass that you walked on? Do you remember the pattern of the wood fence behind me in my videos? Do you remember that there was a 45-degree angle cut on each piece of that top fence, on each corner? The corners were cut off. Do you remember that? Probably not, right? But the interesting thing is commonly on psychedelics, people talk about going back into memories and seeing them so vivid that they can literally see the carpet, they can feel the carpet there in that moment in perfect memory, perfect time, perfect space. So I'm wondering if the forgetful memory on marijuana, the forgetfulness, is the understanding that what you're thinking is not important to you in the future. So there's an understanding where you go into the future and say, is this going to be important to me? And likely, no. So you allow yourself to remove it. You allow yourself to move on and find something more amusing to think about, and to find something more important to you. That's my current model of why we can forget things, right? When you're high. And I really do think it comes from a deeper understanding, and I don't think it's a misplaced side effect of marijuana. I really don't think it is. Because when you're outside of marijuana, when you've become sober for multiple days afterwards, you can remember all the little traces of thought, for the most part, you know. So if you want to know why I'm not making videos outside, well, there's some snow.